Hello guys, welcome to our n8n series, and we are so excited to have you back on this space. So like we normally do here, we go back to time to check our previous workflow so that we can actually explain this very brief and connect it to today's workflow. So previously we worked on a LinkedIn automation that creates posts and post on LinkedIn for us, right? So what we have right is a Google Sheet, right, and a schedule trigger that triggers this Google Sheet. So what this Google Sheet is doing right now is getting content or post from a Google Sheet already connected to it. So the operation is to get through from this Google Sheet called my n8n post, and at the end of the day, we can use the if statement to check whether a post has been posted before or the post is currently under pending, right? So that we will know what to post and when not to post it. So if the time to reach this message is now, it is going to be posted. So this is what this JSON is talking about right now. So going back to Canvas right now, we have the LinkedIn, which is the action is to create a post, right? So in our previous um, project where I built this. So I walked us through how to create the LinkedIn API by also going to open a company page with LinkedIn so that I can have the API to connect this properly, right? So you can watch the video step by step on how we build this. Then we have connected the post to it in the message box where it's going to the to the LinkedIn at the same time. So this is that about this workflow. So you can check out the video on this workflow step by step to know how to build this workflow. So let's dive into today's workflow project properly. So going back to the entire canvas right now, so we'll click on create workflow so that we have our canvas opening in. So what we need to do right now is okay, let's quickly talk about what we want to create today. We want to create a system that collects information from a website, probably a news website, and help us to post this on LinkedIn, or help us to post this as a mail to someone, or probably help us to post it on X channel or even on Instagram, right? So you can actually use this if you're a blogger or if you're a content creator to actually keep fit to whatever you are, yeah, whatever is your niche, right? All right. So the first thing we'll be adding here is a schedule trigger, right? Okay, schedule trigger is coming up right now. So I'm going to leave the parameters not set just as default. Going back to canvas right now, let me drag this here. So I will be bringing let's click from here, the RSS read, right? This is really simple syndication read, right? So what this is going to be asking us is a URL. Okay, where do you want to meet, where do you want to send me to? Go and fetch information. That is what he's asking us. This is like a messenger that go online, check online, you can see what is there. Come back to n8n, we need to use you. That is what it's going to do for us right now. So to add this URL, I'm going to be using a bit of AI, right? Which is ChatGPT, right? So I'll open up my ChatGPT right now, all right, to get that URL that is going to that are going to use to work on that workflow. So what I will do right now is to create a prompt to get the URL, right? I can also go to the website, but with ChatGPT, with Claude AI, with prompt engineering, this is a shortcut to every information we want, right? Okay, the prompt will be give, right? Give me the URL to BBC News for my n8n automation. I actually want to feed this properly using RSS read. All right, so you can see how the prompt is being structured, right? So let's send this, right? Okay, it's coming up right now, searching for webs. So you can see the URL coming out right now. We have main BBC News RSS URL, general BBC News, top stories, right? So I think we should go with the top stories, right? So let's go with the top stories, right? Let's copy this up, Control C, right? Top stories, right? So what we'll do is we'll go back to our n8n right now. So going back to our n8n right now, we paste the URL, right? Okay, so paste the URL. So what we need to do is to execute this URL to see if you are going to have news from the outputs, right? So let's execute this, right? Executing. Wow. So we have the news from the output, which is US discussing options to acquire Greenland, including use of military, White House says. So these are news, right? So how many news do we have here? We have 41 news. So 41 news, but it's going to be coming out as one. So at the end of the day, we need to merge all the news into one so that we can have all this 41 news as one single message. That is the purpose of this, right? So we'll go back to Canvas, right? Excuse me. So the first thing we're adding right now is the edit, right? So I think we should now be familiar with the edit, right? Because we've used the edit field set almost in every of our projects we've worked on. So we have the field set right now coming up. So what we need to do is to click on fields to set. So the name of the field to set, okay, let's bring the title first. Okay, we have the title. Excuse me. So you can see the title is talking about US discussing options to acquire Greenland. All right, so and the field name has changed to title, right? You can add more fields, right? To bring the link, right? All right, so we have the link. So we have the link coming out to read more about this US discussing. To read more about this title, you have a link already to work with. So let's add the field. So we add field, right? So to add field right now is going to allow us to connect the snippets to it. So by connecting the snippet to it, that means we have the snippet that speaks a bit about what the news is entirely about, right? So we'll bring the content snippet right now. All right. So bringing this content snippet, I want us to really, okay, we can go with this right now. The content snippet that says it came as European allies rallied, right? So we will go with this content snippet, and what we'll do right now is we execute this workflow. Let's execute. All right, so we have executed this workflow. So we have US discussing options to acquire Greenland, and the link to read. The content snippet is also there to read. So we'll go back to Canvas. All right, we can do an edit field right now that allows us to rename this. All right. All right, so that allows us to rename this, right? So then how do we rename this right now is to, okay, let's open this. I really want to rename this, right? So this is going to be like create summary, right? All right, so let's go back. I think that was what I wanted to do the other time that I was trying to do. Okay, so we do zoom to fit again. Then we add another what edit again. So another edit field will be added again. So but this time we'll try to see how we bring what do we bring this time around. We're trying to create a blog this time around. So we title this let's title this field. Okay, let's title it um I think we should title it email block, right? Email, let's do this block. All right, email block, right? So the email block now will now be the title coming. Then I can do this by going down. All right, so going down right now, I can say read more. We're trying to create a block, right? Read more so that one single message can be compound together so that we can be able to, we're trying to see how we compound the message at every point all together. So read more, read more. So by coming to read more right now, we can put the link to read more, right? So I think we'll drop the link to read more right now. So we can also let's try to see this. Let's put this. All right, let's put this to this, right? All right, this to this, right? So let me check the output right now. So this is actually what the output look like, right? So read more and get more about the news. So let's execute this, right? Let's execute to see the output. All right, so you can see we've created a block of email, right? So this is coming out as title differently from the very first node, title and link, but now we'll connect both the title and the link in one block, right? So we'll go back to canvas. So the next thing we'll do is to zoom to fit, right? So by zooming to fit, I will really want to copy this and drag it so that I have more space to work with. All right, so what I'll do right now is to add an aggregate node so that I can compound all the 41 messages to one. Yeah, we'll try to compound the 41 messages coming from the news to one, right? So we use the aggregate function, right? Aggregate, right? So the aggregate now is asking us to put the input field name, right? So drag our email block, right? And drop this here right? So what we need to do, right, is to try to execute this, right? Execute this. All right. So you can see that we have our emails in different block O1. That's the first news we were receiving. US options to acquire Greenland. So we have other news coming now. UK and France to send troops to Ukraine. Wow, fresh known and ice warning. Learners, drivers may face mandatory 6-month gap. So these are different news that we can send as post to X or even LinkedIn or even Telegram or email them to love news lovers, right? So what we'll do is to go back to Canvas right now. All right, so I think what we need to do right now is to let's add another edit, right? So that we can actually um, join the news together. We don't really need to use this is an array, right? Email block, and we can't send this array as a message, so we need to join the news together, all 41 news together as one message, right? As one message, so that we can be able to send that at one. So this is the purpose of this right now. Combined message. Let me first combine message into one. Combined messages, right? That is what I will title this, messages, right? So what we need to do right now is the combined message will be like, okay, let's type message here. Message to be sent via email, via LinkedIn, via anywhere. So what we need to do right now is under this message we'll bring the email block. Yeah, so there's a function we need to do right now is to put dot join, right? Join, then I'll open a bracket to it. I'll open bracket to it, okay. Then this come to this. All right, so slash what n, then I'll need to close this right now. All right, so you can see that we've combined the message. So check out the output. We have a lot of messages from the output right now, not just one message, right? Before we are just having one message, so everything now is connected together as one single message, right? So you can see what we just did right now, trying to use the JavaScript JSON file to connect all together as one message. So let's execute this right now. Oh, so we have a lot of error coming out right now. So what really was the problem here? So let's check out our error. All right, let's check out our error. So I think we need to re-execute this, right? We're still having the error. What message expected a array but got US option to acquire Greenland, including military, White House, blah blah blah. All right. So it was expecting an array. So let's change this to text, right? All right. So we should be able to execute this right now. All right, so you can see. So this was what really happened. From this message, you need to confirm that the message is going to be left as string. So if you change the numbers and you're having letters, it's not going to work. So it was actually an array, right? So we've changed it to what? To string, right? To string. So we have execute this and we'll send the message, all message combined together. So we'll go back to canvas right now. So don't panic when you have errors in n8n. Just take your time to check it out to see what you can do to get it done better. So I'll try to bring this up right now. Then I'll try to bring this also here. So let me now connect the Gmail to it, right? Gmail, right? So let's connect Gmail to it. So what action do we want to perform with this Gmail is to send message, right? So send message. So send message. All right. So right now we have the parameters of the Gmail coming. So I've connected my credentials to it already. So you can watch our very first video, second video, third video to learn how to connect your credentials to this n8n, right? So to Alim, all right, this is my email. All right, so this is going to be US news, right? Like, okay, let's make it a world news, right? World news, right? All right, so we just send a message by dragging the message to the message, right? All right, so we have it like this coming out. So we can just do one thing to send this message right now is to, you know, send this by executing step, right? Good, good. So you have sent this message right now, executed node successfully. So we'll go back to canvas right now. Going back to canvas, we can zoom to fit, right? All right, so you can see how the entire workflow looks like, right? All right, so let's zoom to fit also. So what we need to do right now is to look at the logs. Okay, let's look at the logs, right? Looking at the logs right now, we can do a zoom to fit again to keep it well and fine. All right, let's do a zoom to fit. All right, looking at the logs right now, you can see that we have used a lot of edit field search today. We have used schedule trigger, the RS read. All right, that's where the URL is actually working from. So you can see the input and the outputs to which we have from the RSS read. So you can also see the output of the message. All right, 0 on read, 1 sent, 2 inboxed, right? All right, so this is that about building the workflow on RSS RSS read, right? That's really simple syndication, which is like a messenger where we, put the URL. It goes to the URL web base and fresh informations for us to use, right? So what we need to do right now is to rename this workflow. I like renaming my workflows to be news fetch. Okay, let's leave it as news fetch, right? News fetch. All right, so this is news fetch. So let's save this. So this is our workflow about RSS read, right? So let's zoom to fit also. All right, so we have the workflow as this. So if you're just joining us for the first time, this is our ninth project on n8n series. So you can revisit our previous video. We have started from the very elementary level, trying to build a workflow from one single node to two single nodes to three single nodes to where we are right now, building our ninth project, right? So very soon we'll be dropping our 10th project as well. So you don't forget to, give us your comments, commendations, and let's see how we can improve better. So thank you very much for achieving this milestone with us. Don't forget to like our videos, subscribe to our channel, share the videos as well to family and friends, and we hope to see you in the next video. Thank you very much.